Ivan Katz here, and behind me the Kia Niro electric vehicle. So, I've already tested it before, but this time I'm going to concentrate on whether you can live with an electric vehicle all the time in your daily life. Also, will I be impressed? Let's find out. While the shape is form-following function for a small crossover, small SUV, certainly is not knocking you out, but it is a very pleasing shape. The alloy wheels look cool, and also the chrome accents make it stand out and pop a bit. The blue trim I like. It pops and makes you know that this is an electric vehicle, along with the fact that there's not a huge grille up front, and of course the spot for the charger there in front as well. That's a clue. I think the rear three-quarter is a nice angle too. And overall, it's just a nice, pleasing shape. Nothing too edgy, nothing over the top, but just right. Inside, the blue trim continues, and I like it. Gives a little bit of flash and accent. It's kind of a cool shape over here on the dash and all the way around. Blue accents continue around your vents, and it's a very nice interior with lots of tech. Let's get to it. The infotainment screen is easily navigable. You can go ahead and get into anything like the UVO system, which helps you integrate with your phone. It also has Apple and Android car connectivity. And also, of course, you want to get into your EV tech here also. Lets you know how much battery you have left. And of course, it'll even tell you where charging stations are and things like that. So, definitely an in-depth system. And pretty intuitive as well, which I like. This is kind of interesting, the transmission stalk here. It's right dead center along with your center console here, which does have those blue accents also. You can cover it up. Use it as a tray, but a couple cup holders here, and pretty deep storage there also. But the transmission, I think usually it's up here on cars, even electrics and hybrids these days. So this is kind of a little bit interesting, so to say, for the placement. But you just twist it for reverse neutral drive, press it for park, and it's easy to get used to, but I think probably be better placed up here. You do have push button start, which is great. Climate control, and works very well. You got heated and ventilated seats here, heated steering wheel, even parking sensors. You can adjust your drive mode, and lots of controls on the steering wheel as well. These paddle shifters are not really paddle shifters. I'll get to that later. But you can control your Bluetooth and your volume and your phone and that sort of thing. Also your adaptive radar cruise control, more on that later. And of course, and your gauge cluster is also pretty custom for this electric car. You can scroll through, and you have many settings there in the middle. Monitor your drive modes, and of course you have whether you're in charge or power mode here, and regular steering wheel there, and it kind of tells you if you're using a lot of throttle. It'll go up to the red there. But all the things you want in an electric vehicle, so that's good. You've got on and off buttons for your safety control, like lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring. I would never turn your traction control off. In fact, I would never turn any of them off. And you can also go through them up here. Driver assistance, and you could go on in there. Lane safety, driver attention, and just scroll through. So lots of safety built into the car, and I don't see any reason to turn it off. It's watching out for you, so you should let it. Window and door locks here, along with your outside mirrors and some storage below. All in all, comfortable interior. Let me just say something else too. These are very, very soft and very comfortable. So that's a good touch there. Thank you, Kia. A nice, comfortable interior. I think it looks good, and it's certainly tech savvy and also luxurious too. Out back, your own vents and seating for 3 across. There's also a 60/40 fold down for more room. That's great. And of course your pull-out armrest and cup holders. Nice magazine or storage here too behind the front seats. Checking out the trunk, plenty of room behind the seats, and you can see enough to store part of my record collection and my disc golf discs. Check out my disc golf videos elsewhere on YouTube. Great game, you should be playing with your whole family. Of course you can fold down the back seats too, and you just do that by pulling here, and then you've got lots more room, about 58 square feet back there in total, so that's good. Listen, it's so quiet. It generates this crazy Star Trek sound so that people on the outside can hear you. That way it's safer for pedestrians. A lot of electric cars do that. So I'm back behind the wheel of the Kia Niro. This time it's fully electric. Last time it was a plug-in hybrid electric, so you could plug it in and get about 30 something miles. And this time it's fully electric. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the difference and what it means to you in living with these vehicles. Of course, even if you have close to 40-mile range when you charge it, well, that takes care of most Americans' commutes. About 11-mile average commute, I think they say, across America. So that's 22 miles, and it gives you the ability to stop and run some errands, do whatever you like on full electric charge. But you always have the option to use it with gas. And so that, of course, gets you anywhere you want to go. This one being fully electric, well, you got to think about it. I'm in a place right now where I don't have electricity at the house right now, where I'm staying, so can't charge the car outside. So it makes it for a challenge. You can get an app like Charge Hub, and that'll tell you where your closest charging is, how fast it is, how much it costs, so very convenient. But still, you have to think about your trips. So in that case, for me, I would like the ability to have the plug-in and also have the ability to use gas. At this stage of the game, I think that will change in the future when we start to see more charging stations. But to me, for them to be on equal playing ground, a gasoline car and an electric car, you have to be able to fill up in like, 5 minutes, because that's what it takes you to get gas. So I think we're still a ways from there, but we're getting there, and that's a good thing. And a car like this, fully electric and fully loaded too, is very, very nice. The fully loaded Chevy Bolt or Nissan Leaf, it's going to be cheaper than this one. But in the case of the Nissan Leaf, you only get about 150 mile range, whereas you get 239 in this one, and 238 in the Chevy Bolt. You get 291 pound-feet of torque here in the Niro, and that's a lot of torque, so that's good. 0 to 60 in the 7s, and that's quicker than, like, say, a Prius. And you can get it well over 100 miles an hour also. Well, I'll say in the Eco Plus mode, only 60 miles an hour. You have to stay under that. But still, it's going to feel just about as quick as anything you're driving, and a little quicker if you're driving a car like the Prius. So not as much torque as the Tesla. Check out my recent review of the Model 3. But still, for everyday driving and at low end, off the line, this is very quick. 10 hours and 20 minutes until 100% charged. I'm at 23% charged, and that was about a 58 mile range left, 23%. So I get 2 hours free in this garage. After that, you have to pay for it if you go into the stores to validate it. So do the math, you get a couple hours of charging. It's not going to be anywhere near fully charged at that point, but right now it's on 1 bar, so hopefully it'll be up to 2 bars by the time I'm done my shopping. Okay, so after charging up for almost 4 hours, gained 22.9 kilowatt hours of charging there, and about 85 miles roughly. So not bad, and it's good to have that extra 80 miles of range all taken care of while you're shopping. Now with the adaptive cruise control set and the lane keep assist going, This is pretty much a self-driving car. Of course, it's going to ask you to intervene, and you're not going to be able to just sit here and not control the steering wheel at all. But it is doing a very nice job of keeping me in my lane. And if the car in front of me slows down, it'll slow down too, up to the speed I set it. There we go. It's telling me to keep my hands on the steering wheel, so it gives you those nice safety warnings. And of course, that's a safety feature, the adaptive cruise control and lane keep assist, but to me it's also a luxury thing. It's very nice to be able to not worry about what all the other cars are doing on a long trip all the time. And so to me it's kind of a luxury feature. This car has slowed down in front of me, so now I'm going 64 miles an hour. And if I just put my turn signal on and head this way, I'm not touching any of the pedals, but it's speeding me up, so that's good. The start-stop adaptive cruise control is really, really nice. You just tap on the accelerator again, or press the resume button, and off you go. A truly, truly excellent adaptive cruise control. Outward vision is very good everywhere you look. Of course, you've got the blind spot monitoring as well, but seeing out of the car is no problem. Although, when you're carrying around a big piece of furniture, it inhibits it a bit. But very few blind spots around the car, thanks to lots of windows. Even though I question the placement of the transmission here, there is at least a storage tray underneath, so you lose a little space here, but you gain it down there. Just click this button right here for your 3 different drive modes: Sport, Eco, and Normal. Of course, this being an electric vehicle, I like to keep it in Eco. Checking out the night look on this Kia Niro EV. Very nice cluster here. Not such a fan of the red elsewhere on the steering wheel and such, but all in all, not too shabby. A good night look. Switch it into reverse, and you've got a reverse camera. Plus, check it out, sensors. Cross-passenger alert, too. Lots of safety. Interesting way to control the paddle shifters here and what they do. If you press this one, it decreases the regenerative braking, and if you press that one, it increases it. I think you should keep it on the max, which is right here on the menu. It's a very bright day, so I'm getting some crazy reflections. But that will give you your best MPGs at all times. So if you're watching electric vehicle reviews on YouTube, you might be noticing that people talk about one pedal driving. What is that? Well, basically, you're just using the gas pedal, and if you anticipate the need to stop, you pull off the gas pedal. And this car has pretty high sensitivity to automatic braking. Basically, it's like a generator on your bike when you were a kid, if you're Gen X or about, or older. But you would be pedaling, and the friction would cause the light to light up, and you'd have a light anywhere you went. And that's basically what's happening here. You've got the friction caused by the braking, which powers the battery and charges it back up. So that's why it's set so high. First time you drive an electric vehicle or even a hybrid, you might notice, wow, you lift off the gas pedal, you slow down. That's basically what one pedal driving is. So after driving the Kia Niro EV the entire week and really using it as a daily driver, you're not suffering. You can do this. If you're thinking about taking the plunge and you can do it, go ahead and do it. You're not going to be let down by a crossover compact SUV like this Kia Niro. It does everything your normal gas car would do, except it doesn't use gas. And you've got every creature comfort, and you've got the assurance of that 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty that Kia provides. So this is an all-around great vehicle, and of course, in the case of this Kia Niro EV, all-around great electric vehicle.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget to check out all my other car videos. Just Google Drivin Ivan in your favorite cars, or Google Drivin Ivan electric cars, and you'll see my electric car reviews. Also, of course, share with your friends and family. Check out my disc golf videos, my literal video for Chris Isaac's with the game, music videos, and documentaries as well. I'm Drivin Ivan.